Hello everyone, this is me, Garima Singh. I hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to discuss the topic balance of payment. This is going to be the fifth topic of macroeconomics. I have discussed above four along with their question. Today I'm going to discuss the first part of this topic where I discuss meaning of balance of payment component and how it different from that balance of trade. Meaning of balance of payment account, as you can see here, definition, that is meaning of balance of payment account. So a balance of payment account is a systematic record of all economic transaction between resident of a country and the rest of the world carried out in a specific period of time. It record a country transaction with the rest of the world. In short term, balance of payment account shows classified record of all receipt on account of good exported, services rendered, and capital received by a country and payment made by that country on account of good and services imported, received, and capital transferred to foreigner. So the point that need to be remembered is that when a country export good or render services, it receive payment in foreign exchange. On the other hand, when it imports good or services, it makes payment in foreign exchange. Similarly, foreign exchange is received when capital flow in and foreign exchange goes out. When capital flows out, when foreign exchange goes out, then similarly capital flows out, like in. So capital in, foreign exchange in, flow. So capital flow and foreign exchange flow out. So BOP record all these transactions. That is why BOP account of a country is sometimes defined as a record of country source and use of foreign exchange on account of international transaction. The main purpose of BOP account is to know international economic position of a country. After knowing that, to help out government making appropriate trade and payment policies. It follow double entry system of accounting where sum of all debit is equal to all credit. What is the double entry system of accounting? It is the basic principle of accounting which require fund that come in to be entered in an account, which shows where they came from, and also in an account where they are put. Similarly, fund that goes out are entered in an account that shows that they are spent on, and also in an account which shows where they came from. So every international transaction which result in credit entry and a debit entry of equal size, since balance of payment account are prepared on the double entry system of accounting, so sum of all debit equal to sum of all credit. Here you can see the third last point. All international transactions are recorded in balance of payment account. Double entry system of bookkeeping I have already discussed. I have also discussed what double entry system principle of accounting is all about. So balance of payment, you can say, will always be in equilibrium, both side equal. Now we move on to the component of balance of payment. The various items which make up country's balance of payment account are listed in a simplified form in the table which I have made here. Left hand side credit, on right debit. So these are the components of balance of payment. First one is export and import of good and of goods only. Export and import of goods. First point is export and import of goods. So the most straightforward way in which a country can acquire foreign currency is by exporting goods. So these are visible items because goods can be seen, touched, and measured. Next is import of services. Export and import of services. This is the second component of BOP. So services are invisible. Shipping, banking, insurance, tourism, interest, dividend, these are the services. Like non-factor income received from shipping, banking, insurance, tourism, software services called non-factor income. Investment income, that is factor income, interest and dividend which citizen of a country earn on investment abroad. So these are export and import of services. Third component is unilateral transfer, like gifts, remittance. Here it is received from foreigner, here that has to be paid to foreigner, are called unilateral transfer. Nothing has to be paid in return at present or future of these received. These are like transfer payment. Example of these are gift received by resident from foreigner, remittance sent by immigrants to relatives, war indemnities paid by defeated countries. These are just unilateral, one way. Fourth component is capital receipt. Here capital receipt, their capital payment. So this include the fourth component, capital receipt and payment. Include borrowing capital, repayment, sale of assets, change in stock of gold and service, of reserve of foreign currency, etc. It records international transaction which affect asset and liability for domestic country with the rest of the world. Government of a country may get loan from another government. A firm may issue stocks abroad, or a bank may float a loan in a foreign country. In all these instances, the country in question will acquire foreign currency and these transactions will be received. Similarly, foreign may acquire asset in a country with whose balance of payment they are concerned. Asset may be in form of land, house, plant, shares, etc. Change in stock of good or reserve of foreign currency are also included. So the fourth component is capital receipt and capital payment. So these are the four component of balance of payment: import and export of goods, import and export of services, unilateral transfers, and capital receipt and payment. Now I'm going to differentiate between balance of trade and balance of payment. Balance of trade, it is the difference between the money value of export and import of material good. Firstly, I'm going to discuss balance of trade, then I'm going to discuss balance of payment. Balance of trade, it is the difference between the money value of export and import of a material good that are visible, merchandise. Clearly, the two transactions which determine balance of trade are export and import of good. Export and import of services, that is invisible. These things are not included. These are going to be included in balance of payment. Balance of a trade may be in a surplus, deficit, or in equilibrium. If value of export of visible item is more than value of import of visible item, balance of trade said to be a favorable. Thus, a balance of trade shows surplus. In case the value of export is less than value of import, the balance of trade said to be negative or adverse or unfavorable. If balance of trade is equal to the export of good is equal to the import of good, then it's going said to be equilibrium. What are balance of payment? It is the difference between a nation total payment to foreign countries and its total receipt from them. You can say it is a systematic record of a country country receipt and payment in an international economic transaction in a specific period of time. Since balance of payment take into account exchange of both visible and invisible item, therefore it represent a wider and a better picture of a country international transaction than balance of trade, because it includes just only goods, it includes both good and services. Balance of trade is a part of balance of payment. So here item should be like which I have discussed: export, import of goods, services, unilateral capital receipt. These things to be included in balance of payment, but here only balance export and import of goods, and in balance of payment all the four components. As you can see, the differentiation you can use in your exam. These is the differentiation. Now I'm gonna comparison. I do comparison. So balance of payment is a wider concept as compared to balance of trade, which is just one of the four component of the balance of payment. The other three component of balance of payment are export, import of services, unilateral transfer, capital receipt. Balance of trade does not include any of these three components. It just includes export and import of goods. Therefore, balance of payment represent a better picture of a country economic transaction with the rest of the world than balance of trade. This is their differentiation. Pause the video, have a look at it, read it. I have just discussed what balance of trade, what balance of payment. It's a narrower concept, it is a wider. Balance of trade is a part of balance of payment. Only goods. It include four components that I have discussed. Favorable and favorable equilibrium, it always remain in balance in the sense that receipt side is always made equal to payment side. So it is in equilibrium and it's maybe favorable and favorable equilibrium. This is all about difference between balance of trade and balance of payment. That's for today. In the next topic, I'm gonna discuss the more concept of this topic, balance of payment. Thank you.